All right, Alico 3. Today we're going to do a regular service PSA order. I think there's like 20 cards or so. And I actually haven't seen the grades on these, so maybe there will be more emotion than typical on these videos. I don't get too high or too low with the grades that come back. I know there's a lot of channels that do. It's just the way I am with the grades. They're just opinions, so. Around 20, these were shipped off. It says August 25th, so a while ago. Okay, so start off with this one. That's your 2001 showcase. Pujols. And that's an 8, the Avant card. It's out of 500 there on the top. Not sure the market on this one. But it's cool, you know, it falls in line with the 2001 Avant cards for football. You know, the Breezevic and the Tomlinson. That's kind of why I thought it was a really cool card when I saw it raw. I thought it would get an 8.5. It got an 8, so. Some cards will grade higher, some will grade lower than I think. They're just opinions. Next up is an ultra modern card. This is the Tatis. This is the gold refractor. I had this sitting in my box of cards. I bought it for like $50 raw. Around the time it came out in the summer of 2019, it had a scratch on the surface, so I never sent it in. But when his stuff starts to surge, well, I mean, it's been surging for a while, I figured I might as well get it graded. I thought it would probably get a 9, so PSA 9 on the Tatis. Next up is 2007 SPX. This is a gold holofoil. This was in a Beckett case. It was in a Beckett 9 or an 8.5 case. The way Beckett grades these cards is the centering is always graded like 9.5, so there's lots of leeway with corners and edges, which leads to cards that probably shouldn't be in 9 holders getting 9. So this is one I thought would get an 8, and it got an 8, so definitely stoked about an 8. Most people, I don't know if they get excited about 8, but on thicker cards like this, you definitely have to respect the 8. So the gold holofoil, I'll always call it Spectrum. I don't know why. It's just the SPX Spectrums are nostalgic to me. So out of 25, that pup. Let's open this box up. So looks like they graded all the cards, which is pretty rare for this type of order for me. Typically there's like at least 2 or I don't know, 1 or 2 that they didn't grade. Okay, I saw this one earlier actually. But this is a huge card now. I mean, I always thought it should be a huge card, but it's the showcase. Rosero Manning. These are incredibly tough pulls. To even get a Rosero is tough, and then to actually get Peyton Manning plus the Prince 250 on a 98 card. So, and then you combine that with the cool design of the card and the way that showcase is respected in the hobby. You have a monster of a card. So the PSA 9 Peyton Manning. This was an SGC 9 that I snapped out. The market for SGC is just so low. I figured a card like this should probably be in the PSA. Here's some hockey for all the hockey kids out there. It's Pasta. It's the Fleer Hot Prospects. Thicker card stock. Tougher to grade. But this one got a 9, so very respectable. There's a certain way I can hold these cards and not get the glare. So Pasta 175 Fleer Hot Prospects. That's a filthy patch on that too, so. Okay, 2007 SP Authentic, Adrian Peterson. A very respectable 8. Nice swatch there too. Part of the number, possibly part of the 8 there. But this was a huge card when it came out. These released, I want to say February 2008, and I used to follow the market on these, and they were going 600 to 1,000 raw when it came out. Of course, that was coming off his tremendous rookie season, but just something to note. Okay, this is a card that I typically get 8s on this card. It's the wave of the future, but there's like, on the back of these, this one looks better, but this probably won't be much. They give this one a 9, so that's the first surprise of the order. But the back edge is a lot better than the ones I've had in the past. There's like little waviness on a lot of them, and they typically give those 8. So this is a slightly better example, and a 9 on this is actually pretty damn good. I would venture to say the pop is very low on 10s on this card. I don't even know if there is a 10 on the wave LeBron, but a PSA 9 is awesome. Fitzgerald, we've got the 2004 Bowman Chrome red refractor. I thought this would get an 8. It got a 9, so I think I was kind of harsh on it because of the right to left centering, but they didn't take it as critical of consideration. So the red refractor 210. I don't know if we even have a PSA 10 in here. I always show orders, and these type of orders, sometimes it's hard to get the 10s to flow. PSA 9 red refractor. Okay, here's Optic Mahomes. I mean, these cards are weird because the card stock's so tough. To me, they all look about the same. They all look like 9s or 10s, but they decided to give this one a 10. So I'm going to put this in the store. I think these are overvalued. Sell this and buy a nice like centered vintage card of Hank Aaron and Mantle. So 10 on the Optic. We've got a canvas Connor McDavid from 2015. This card's exploded too lately. So canvas, mint 9, very cool card. These were available in Series 2, I believe. So his his base Young Guns was inserted into Series 1, and then Series 2 they left this, to increase some demand for Series 2. And I think they put Eichel in too. I'm not sure on that though. Okay, Zion, ball in one hand. These are exclusive to the retail hangers, I think. And this one got a 9. I think there's a couple badass Sotos in here that we'll take a look at. Yeah, that canvas Connor McDavid, I'm just looking at my sheet. That was actually an SGC 10 that I snapped out. It came back in PSA 9. So, I mean, that'll happen from time to time. And that Zion was an SGC 9.5 that I snapped out. So there's a lot of snap outs in this order. This is one I thought I'll get a 9. Devers 2018. This is from your Bowman, not the Bowman Chrome, but this is the gold refractor. It's filthy. Nice, respectable 9. Printed to 50. We've got the XRC of Lamar. In an 8, in a 9. Sorry, I can't talk. Got the hollow look to it. It's off centered right to left. Definitely does not deserve a 10, but a 9's probably fair for this card. I'm pretty sure the market's dipped on this one though. A lot of his stuff has cooled off tremendously. Josh Allen's kind of overtaken him. Let's do this one. This will be an interesting one. And this is a huge card right now, obviously, because it's Tom Brady, but the raw value was, I guess it slipped in. It was under 500 around the time I sent this in August. Oh shit, this is a monster. I don't know. I think I bought this raw and I was like, damn, that looks pretty good. I might have a chance. So yeah, I wrote down on this sheet I thought it might have a chance. So that's filthy. So black diamond Brady and a 10. Definitely the best card in the order. And here's some of these. These die cuts are kind of tough. And these weren't the best examples either. But with the 98 SP Authentic Football on the Mannings and the Moss rookies that I always look at, there's little scratches you can't really see when they're in the holder. But when you look at it with the naked eye and tilt it, there's these little scratches on the surface. So I don't know how strictly they're grading those, but the die cut is a cool card. It's not as highly sought after as the base one to 2000, but it's still nice. I can't show this one without the glare because it's a die cut. Bummer. And this one got a 9, so that's exactly what I had on the sheet. I thought one would get an 8, one would get a 9. It's very fair. And these are out of 500, so they're much rarer than the base. But sometimes that doesn't matter because I think the majority of collectors want the actual base one. It's part of the set. This is kind of like a parallel off the base. Okay, this is a potential monster. Yeah, that's a monster. Okay, this one, I'm trying to think of how I came across this card. I want to say it was a snap out from like one of those lesser known companies, and I know a lot of people tend to stray away from that, but I think you can get some awesome deals on cards. I mean, before I snap the card, I always hold it in the holder and see if I can see anything like dings or anything, and this one just looked awesome. So I thought this would get a 10. And it's an awesome example. I'm gonna keep this in the PC. You know, the autograph's not perfect, but it's not bad either. It would probably grade a 9 if they graded the auto. But SPX PSA 10 Pujols rookie. That's just iconic, nostalgic card. So and that's the first time I saw it. So there's probably a little more reaction on these grades. I might do it this way again in the future. Okay, this is a Nolan Arenado black. I thought this was a Beckett 9 snap out, and I know Beckett grades these corners kind of easy, so I thought it was at risk of getting an 8 or an 8.5, but it's probably accurately graded. Just I think Beckett had corners as 8.5, and then the rest of the card, you know, the subgrades are pretty high, so it keeps the card in 9 range for Beckett. But that's actually what I don't like about the subgrade. So if you see the corners, I mean, this is probably of a fair grade. So, but it is the black to 62. These don't pop up often. Of course, he's on the Cardinals now, but pretty sweet. We got Roethlisberger, refractor, 2004 Topps Chrome. It's got some crazy shine. That's like 90s shine on these pups. Okay, gold. This will be an 8 or an 8.5. Oh wow, I'm surprised they gave a 10 on this one. I must have been too harsh on some aspect of the card. So I mean, different people see different things. Now that I'm looking at it with the light reflecting, it's a really clean card. So I must have been harsh on some aspect of it. I was thinking it would get a 9, and I was thinking they would grade it tough, so it might be an 8 or 8.5, but it came back a 10, so this order's turning out really good. The Soto Gold and a 10, and then here's your Encore, the Rainbow Foil and a 10, and this is one that I bought raw, and I was like, damn, that's a 10. So I wrote 10 snap on the sheet, which I don't write often. It means if it doesn't get a 10, snap it out and try again, because it's just that nice, so. This is just what a 10 should look like. It doesn't have any dings or scratches or anything. So the rainbow foil and the gold Soto. So that, you know, when I first started the order, I was like, I don't know if we're going to even have any 10s, but it really ended with a bang with some of those. So that's it, guys. Around 20 cards. I'll probably put some prices next to the cards. Some of the viewers like to see the market data on it, although the market's constantly changing. I'll try to get this one up soon so you can see the cards. Later.